Hi there, everybody. It's been a while since I made a video on this channel, and just wanted to do a brief video. This channel is called The Holy Vine of David, and the reason for that is because I wanted to make this channel basically uh, a channel promoting who Jesus is, that he is of the seed of David, he is of the Holy Vine of David, the bright and morning star, the offspring of David, the stem of Jesse. And I wanted to do this channel because of reaching out really to Trinitarians, uh, those in the Islamic faith, and even uh, people in Judaism, to give them the true story of who Jesus is. Now, in the New Testament, the Davidic covenant is the most important feature in the gospel message. And you know this because in Acts 2:29 through 36, the first sermon of the new covenant, first public sermon that we have recorded of the new covenant, is the fulfillment of the Davidic covenant in Jesus Christ's resurrection and ascension. Okay? And then in Acts 15, James, when he's making his decision whether those of the nations should be circumcised and keep the law of Moses, quotes Amos 9:9 through 12, attributing that prophecy by Amos, which he was prophesying about the northern kingdom of Israel being dispersed among the nations, but there would be a time where Jehovah would gather them back to unite with the house of Judah under a restored and rebuilt Davidic kingdom, which had fallen down, and by the time of Jesus was over 600 years fallen. Well, James attributes these Gentiles, or those of the nations that were the subject of this question, whether they should keep the law of Moses and be circumcised. James says these are the fulfillment of Amos' prophecy of the northern house of Israel being brought back in to the restored Davidic kingdom. So what does that mean? That means that we, as the ecclesia, the church, we are the rebuilt and restored Davidic kingdom. Those of the nations, house of Israel, along with those of Judah, which were the first believers in Jesus the Christ. So the Davidic covenant is not only something that's important when we look at Jesus and who he is and the throne he sits on, but it is also important how we look at ourselves. That we as the church, the New Covenant church, are the restored and rebuilt Davidic kingdom. We need not look for anything in the Middle East. We are it. So the Davidic covenant, the Davidic dynasty, the kingdom, the throne of David is important, not just in the Old Testament, but in the New Testament. And when Jesus arrived 2,000 years ago, he said the kingdom of God was at hand, meaning it's near, it's right on the cusp. And he brought that kingdom 2,000 years ago. And the apostles went out and preached the kingdom, of which the Davidic covenant was the centerpiece. You see it in Acts 13 as well, 2 Timothy 2:8. And of that Davidic kingdom, you have a Davidic king, Jesus Christ. You have him on the throne of David, Hebrews 1:8-9, that's in heaven, New Jerusalem. And you have his followers here on earth as being part of the restored and rebuilt Davidic kingdom. It's a realized eschatology, although we still look forward to the second coming of Christ and the kingdom of God being brought on earth in a real physical way, with New Jerusalem coming down as the capital city. So when you get a chance, read Acts 15, and you'll see that the New Covenant Church is indeed the restored Davidic kingdom. God bless you guys. Bye.